Hello, Earth Signs. This is Daisy here, aka the Professional High Priestess, and I'm here to do your elemental reading, okay? So these are going to be messages from the Animal Kingdom, Herbal Kingdom, and the Mineral Kingdom. Crystal Kingdom. And why am I doing this? Is because this is a very powerful way to get yourself in tune with the messages that Spirit has for you from crystals, right? And minerals, from herbs and flowers all around, right? And from animals that are out and about, so you can start to train your consciousness to be in their vibratory frequencies to receive their message, because they each have specific messages that will give you, that will alert you to certain things or aspects or give you certain insights, right? At different points in time of your life or situations, etc. Like, you're walking down, you're going through a certain situation, DMDF, etc., whatever. You see a certain herb or a plant. You know what that means. Now you understand what they're trying to tell you about the situation you're going through. Boom. Training your intuition. So, let's see. Messages for, let's start with Virgo. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Animal messages for Virgo. What messages do you have from the Animal Kingdom for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node? Herbal messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Okay. So, Virgo. I feel like there's something having to do with work here, something with professionalism, because I see the flight, which is about focus, and then the Knight of Pentacles here. But on the Knight of Pentacles is Ella Campaign. And this is all about love, protection, and your psychic powers. And with the flight here, I feel like they go hand in hand. All right, Virgo? And then you have the camel here. And the camel says, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Okay? And did y'all know that I found out in Australia, they have like camels that are traveling into like the township, and they're talking about they're gonna do a firing squad from the air to get rid of all 10,000 of those camels. That's just crazy, but I had to say that. I love animals, so I just think that that's so crazy to me, and that's such a bad luck, bad juju all around. So anyways, let's see what the camel's talking about. Sometimes it feels like you're journeying across a vast, lifeless desert that stretches beyond the horizon with no end in sight. Trapezing through the seemingly barren landscape before you, your thirst for comfort and solace during these times can most readily be satisfied by looking to your inner resources. All the experiences you've had in your lifetime, the challenges you've successfully faced, and the wealth of knowledge you've accumulated can be called on to not only cope with any type of adversity that presents itself, but to help you move forward with courage and determination. First, identify where you want to go and then proceed slowly, steadily, and deliberately toward that objective. As you move along, cast away your fears, doubts, and hesitations. Whenever they arise, letting the four winds lift them up to the sun to be burned away. Ease your mind and heart and know that all is well and that you're protected at all times. Call upon those helping spirits who have assisted you up until this point in your journey. You have what it takes and you will get through this. So, Virgo, I feel as if there's a situation that could be going on right now that could be maybe tumultuous or toxic, okay? There are a lot of different moving pieces. You could be dealing with a lot of people who are narcissistic or toxic, that type of thing. Just causing a lot of confusion around you. The Knight of Pentacles, especially with the Ella Campaign on here, that's the herb you got. Ella Campaign is all about protection, okay, and psychic powers. You really need to focus your mind right now on what's going on and be cautious with the Knight of Pentacles being here. Knight of Pentacles is a slowing move tonight in the deck. And it's funny you got the Knight of Pentacles and the camel, because to me, a camel is a Knight of Pentacles. Earth, right? A camel moves through what? Sand. There are some people trying to create havoc and confusion for you, Virgo, but keep on moving forward. You're moving forward. They're trying to slow you down, but you're moving forward regardless. Fluorite, focus. It says here, focus. Fluorite helps release scattered energies and brings order and focus to one's life. Virgo's all about organization. It asks, are you allowing things to distract you and take you off your path? Fluorite enhances organization and mental concentration. Fluorite reduces electromagnetic frequencies from computers, cell phones, and microwaves. Health-wise, it is beneficial for teeth and bones. Affirmation, I set my mind on my destination and stay focused on my path. So, Virgo, continue to move forward cautiously with the Knight of Pentacles being here with protection, psychic protection. Okay, the fluorite is saying the same exact thing here. There's a lot of energies moving around you. Be mindful. Just keep your eyes on the prize, focus, because a lot of people are going to come out the woodworks with bullshit and fuckery, but you already know what it is because you have the higher insight. Ella campaign, psychic protection, and wisdom. The camel, you've already learned from previous lessons. You already know who these people are. You already checked them, clocked them, categorized them, organized them. Now stay focused. You already know what's coming. Stay protected. You already know what's coming. All right, Virgo, that's what I have for you. So let's get into your sister called Capricorn. Animal messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Animal messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Damn, Capricorn, there's some shit going on with y'all. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. You have the blue heron, Capricorn. And it says here, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapprovals from others. Ooh. And then on top of that, Capricorn, you got the Three of Swords here. Okay? With this is called pleurisy root. That's very interesting. I've never heard of this herb before. Let's see what they're talking about with this pleurisy root. Pleurisy is also a lung condition. That is very interesting. But the funny thing is, the respiratory system, right, sits on the heart, and you got the Three of Swords. And look at what's happening in the Three of Swords card. The roots are coming through the heart. There's some healing, there's something going on, some type of injustice, Capricorn, okay? Some type of injustice, some type of nonsense that's been going on. Three of Swords, heartbreak, betrayal, all that type of thing, okay? And it's now putting you in a position where you have to stand up for yourself and talk about what's going on. You have to. Pleurisy root is also known as it's also known as what's this thing called? Why am I blanking on the name of that? Butterfly weed. Butterfly weed. Okay? Wow. Ooh, this is very interesting about this pleurisy root. You know what? Wow. Okay, there's some tea going on here with you. Capricorn, this pleurisy root. And it even says here, there is a dark side to this plant. The alkaloids it contains include some that can be toxic in the mature plant. It is considered toxic to livestock and considered poison to breastfeeding women and bad for children. And then you see all these clouds in here as well. Whoever you were dealing with was toxic, poisonous to you. I feel like you need to do some energetic clearing and healing from whoever you were dealing with, Capricorn. I feel devil energy. I feel like whatever you were dealing with in this situation with this person was supernatural, meaning that It also had an element, could have spell work involved, law of attraction, mind games, that type of thing. Why? Because I see the rutilated quartz manifestation here. It said rutilated quartz are quartz with strands of gold rutilite in it. The gold rutilite brings manifestations and the quartz amplifies the energy. Rutilite quartz asks, are you focused on what you want or don't want? For whatever you focus on expands. Be mindful of where you put your attention. Affirmation, I am a divine manifester. I stay focused on what I want and I manifest it. I felt like this person could have blocked you from manifesting. Their energy could have been low and caused that. That's why you have the Three of Swords here with the pleurisy root. This person was toxic. Because for it to say that the root of this plant causes illness and harm, but the flowers is medicine, right? Whatever foundation you planted with this person was toxic. I feel like you may have known that it started off toxic with the rutilated quartz here manifestation, and you manifested the Three of Swords because you knew it was toxic. And it was only going to go so far. Take how it resonates, or the person you're dealing with, vice versa with their person. They realize how they manifested Three of Swords energy dealing with pleurisy root, something that's toxic. And a poison. But by transmuting that energy through the heart, the broken heart, doing the healing, you create medicine now for yourself. At the flowers that bloom. That's very powerful. The blue heron here. Make a stand for what you believe in. Let's read what that's about. Because I know in the ancient Egyptian, herons were kind of like associated with Thoth. Trust your... Damn, the way that just came out. Yeah, you guys... These entities and their names. Trust your deepest sense of knowing what the right action is and do it. And don't rely on others to tell you what to do or how to act. Not everyone will approve of the decisions you make, and if your choice goes against the grain of what people expect from you, you'll no doubt run into strong criticism and judgment. Stand still, look around you, and breathe. You're doing just fine in spite of others' assessments of you. Besides, your greatest and most fulfilling support will come from that place inside that guides you by revealing signs that tell you what path to follow. Heeding these signs helps your soul be in alignment with Spirit's intent for you. You may have to get both feet in the water and wade through the dregs of other people's disapproval, asserting yourself where needed. Practical optimism and clarity of purpose will always dissipate any tendencies towards cynicism and self-pity. Trust in your inner knowing and let that be the source of your strength to help you keep moving forward. Yes, Capricorn, as I said, through this card and this card here, there's some injustice that has happened. You need to stand your ground in terms of whatever step you choose to take forward in terms of healing from this Three of Swords and manifesting the outcome that you do want. There may be a family situation, a relationship, a work situation, a friendship group, whatever, that if you pull out, people are going to be like, why did you do that? Da-da-da-da-da. But it's not for them to understand or know, right? You have to do what's right for yourself. Blue Heron says that. All right. Let's go to Taurus. Let's get to Taurus, okay? All right, messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Messages for Taurus. Cats. Message for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Taurus. Oish. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and North Node. Oh, yeah. All right, Taurus, so you have cat, domestic. And it says here, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your over-dependency on others. And that goes right here with the Empress card in the reverse as well, which the Empress in the reverse also indicates like an unwanted pregnancy, codependent woman who's barren, etc. Okay, so I feel like what's being said here is like, maybe you live with your mom, you guys have a codependent relationship, it's time to move away from that. Maybe you are codependent on your child's mother, it's time to move out away from that. You could potentially have a household together with a domestic here, the cat, a home, and you're only staying out of codependency, but it doesn't seem like you want this person. It just seems like you don't trust that you have that you could take a leap of faith and get the things that you need with the trust here, blue barrel. Okay, With the Dong Quai here, I feel like someone may be having fertility issues as well, because Dong Quai is all about women who have fertility issues, or who have polycystic ovarian syndrome, or who have issues with reproduction, okay? Or having like painful periods, that type of thing. Maybe you have a baby mama who like keeps on getting pregnant. She's over fertile. That can also be something too that I see here, especially with the Dong Quai. Let's read what the cat is about. I got some Dong Quai. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's so easy to slip into a comfortable dependency with anything or anyone, from simple dependencies that can be healthy and restorative, such as daily exercise, to destructive and hardcore dependencies, such as an addiction. You may find yourself so totally hooked on another person that you lose yourself, always turning to that individual to either make decisions for you or to validate your own. This can apply to organizations and institutions as well. These dependencies that you're most familiar with are most likely born out of habit rather than conscious choice. To make truly autonomous decisions, don't get caught up in the polarities of being dependent or independent. Instead, make those decisions from a place where you maintain your own authority and power and accept 100% responsibility for those choices and their consequences. Now is the time to review the people and things upon which you're excessively and habitually dependent. Step back from them. Identify the areas where you need to make some adjustments and act accordingly. Practice setting boundaries, asking for what you want, and making decisions based on your own internal authority and autonomy. That's exactly what I was saying earlier with the Empress here being in reverse. There's a person, place, or situation or thing that you're afraid to move away from out of your own codependency, okay? Maybe you feel like if you move away, you can't take care of your family, but I hear it with the blue barrel here. You need to have trust and you need to have faith that you will. Okay. I also feel here that there could be a codependent situation with someone that you don't want to deal with. There's no growth in this situation. It's barren. It's infertile. Okay. And it's asking you to really look at this situation that you're in. Is this an addiction? How do you get away from dealing with this person? Because it's an addiction with the cat here, domestic card. Relinquish your overdependency on others. All right. So it says here, blue barrel's calming blue color of water reminds one to let go and trust. It helps one to release the struggle. Blue Barrel's message is, if you are working too hard to make something happen and you are not seeing the results, surrender the control. Trust that the universe has heard your request and is orchestrating the perfect results in divine timing. You just need to let go and trust. Affirmation: by letting go and trusting, I am opening the door for the universe to deliver what I want better than I can imagine. Taurus, you're afraid to let go of this situation because you feel like you're not going to get what you want at the other end. But I feel like this is saying you need to let go and trust, because that's Taurus. Y'all like to have control, and you're hard-headed and you're stubborn. You're earth sign. You're too practical. Like, well, I just can't let go and just trust anything. I need to see the practicality in the material. Stop. That's your problem. You need to move out of the physical into the spiritual. That's another thing that I'm getting here too. Trust in divine timing. That you will get what you want, the relationship you want, the person that you want. It may not be this person. That's okay. Trust in divine timing, blue barrel, that you will get that person that you need in the future. Okay, so those are the messages that I have for all the earth signs. I hope you enjoyed your crystal, mineral, and animal message, all right? If you need a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. Once again, I'm Daisy, aka the Professional High Priestess. Enjoy your reading.